Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about my favorite beauty products. We could call this my April favorites, but really it's been a couple of months since I did a favorites video just because I don't know, I like to kind of accumulate products that I'm loving before I do a video, and I don't like the idea of just being committed to like a monthly series if I'm not loving stuff. So let's just call this, I guess let's call it my April favorites, but really I've been loving these products for the last couple of months. I have quite a few, so I don't want to spend too long on this intro. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Lisa Howdegi, and I just go by Lisa J because my last name looks nothing, sounds nothing like it looks, so Lisa J is easier. But please subscribe to my channel. I do beauty reviews, tutorials, first impressions, all that good stuff. So if you're a makeup addict and makeup lover like myself, then I think you would enjoy my channel. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive right into the products that I am currently loving. I have these kind of organized, and I'm going to try and have a nice flow, and I'm going to try not to spend too much time on each product because I have a lot. So first we're going to start with a product that I'm so excited to share with you guys because I feel like this is a brand that most people don't know about. It's by the brand Kryolan, and it's the Contour Lip Pencil. So that is the only description of this liner that's not like a shade. It's not like nude or rose or anything like that. It's just Contour Lip Pencil. It is the most beautiful pinky nude creamy lip liner. I have one of the perfect nude lip liners in my opinion that I've tried. So I was online. Kryolan is a professional makeup artistry brand. So if you go to their website, you're going to see that they really cater to professional makeup artists. And I was on there ordering some airbrush makeup, some airbrush foundations for my professional kit. And I saw this guy, and I think it was like $6 or something, really inexpensive. So I just added it to my cart along with a lip palette that I bought. And when I got it, I was just blown away. It's a really, really, really great lip pencil. The only down thing is it's not self-sharpening, so you do have to sharpen it, but it's huge. I mean, look how long this is. This is a really long lip pencil. I don't have a lip pencil handy, but like if you compare it to like an eye pencil, which, you know, lip and eyes can kind of be the same size. I mean, this is huge. Look at that. So anyway, Kryolan is the brand. I will link it down below so that you can, you know, find it easily. The next two lip products I purchased from the VIB Rouge sale. The first one is Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Gloss. So I like this color. I'm not necessarily like, I should have gotten more of a nude. So this is like a fun color. It's really pretty. It's not something that I'll wear every day, but the formula and the consistency of these lip glosses are like nothing else I've ever tried in a lip gloss. They are extremely, extremely pigmented. I mean, they have so much pigment to them. I almost want to compare this to like a lip gloss and a liquid lipstick that got married, because it's got the color payoff and the richness of a liquid lipstick, but it's not matte or drying. It's very shiny like a lip gloss. I will say this though, it's not like one of the glossiest lip glosses that I've tried, but it's very glossy on the lips, if that makes sense. So if you like a sheer lip gloss that you like to put on top of lipsticks, then this might not be the one for you. But if you just are like me and you want one product that you can put on your lips daily, this is great because you really don't need to wear anything underneath it, because it's pretty much going to cover whatever you have on underneath. So, but I do really, really like this a lot. This is the shade Peony, so it's a really pretty bright bubblegum pink. The next is by Bite Beauty, and it's their Amuse Bouche lipsticks. I always feel so strange when I say that. But this is the shade Gin Fizz, and I love this shade. Again, it's another really pretty bold pink, but it's so nice and creamy, so pigmented, very long wearing. It doesn't move throughout the day. This is a really great lipstick. I'll definitely be purchasing more of this formula of their lipsticks. I like the packaging a lot too. It's really chic and sleek. It's not like too fancy or anything, but it's very chic looking, and then it's just your traditional bullet lipstick, but it's easy to apply. I don't really need to use a lip liner with this because it stays in the lines of my lips really well, and it's a very pigmented, so I don't feel like I need to get more definition from a lip pencil, but that's just me. Okay, so moving right along to eyeshadows. I have two eyeshadow palettes to share with you. The first one is actually a palette that I made. It's not a pre-made palette, but it's the Buxom eyeshadows, and I did a pretty good review on this particular eyeshadow brand, I did a pretty good review on these eyeshadows. I will link that down below if you want to check it out, but I am in love with these eyeshadows. The quality of these shadows are just so great. They're definitely like in my top 5 of shadows that I've tried, but I love this palette. I will link that video down below, and it does have all the exact shades that I made in my palette, but basically you can customize your own palette from Buxom, and it's like $40 for the case and all 6 eyeshadows, where I think individual shadows are $12, so it's a really good deal, and they're great, great consistency. Next is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. So I was late to jump on the chocolate bar train. I just did this, I just purchased this whenever the peach palette came out because I couldn't get my hands on that one, and I thought, okay, I'll order this. And I love it. It's so nice. It's just so easy, like easy wearable colors. It's actually, I'm wearing this complete palette on my eyes today, but it's just really great. I mean, I'm sure I have shades like this already, but I like that these are all packaged together. I like the packaging of it. I like the smell of chocolate on it. It's just a really great palette, especially the matte and the shimmery shades have really good color payoff. This one I think is a little sheer. This is probably, but it's kind of a base color. I mean, we all have this in our collection anyway. But I would say the shadows that I use the most are going to be in this range and in this one here. But yeah, really, really good palette. This is definitely going to be one of my favorite palettes because of the versatility of this and just the wearability. Like I said, it's easy. It's not something that I have to think about. You know, if I'm traveling, I'll just go to this because I can get a really pretty, you know, look from this with everything that is in this palette already. The next I'm really excited to share with you guys because I've been using these for a while now, and I don't hear this talked about on YouTube. Like I kind of bought this on a whim, which normally when I'm makeup shopping I usually go to products that I've heard a lot of great things about. This was something that I was just like looking at Target and I was like, oh, I'll give it a try. I love them. This might be my favorite eyeliner. It's by Pixi and it's the Endless Silky Eye Pencil by Pixi, and I have two shades. I have the shade Copper Glow, which is a really pretty shimmery brown shade. It's not super dark. I mean, it's dark enough for me, but it's not like a dark, dark brown. And then I have this shade, what is this? This is called a Deep Plum. And this is more of like a really dark, dark purple shade. I mean, it almost looks black from far away, but these are so nice because they're so creamy and soft. They go on so easily. You have time to work with them if you like to smoke them out, or kind of what I always like to do is take an angled brush and just go over it to just absorb any excess like product that might be sitting there. I live in Texas and it's really hot, so if I apply too much of a really creamy product, it might not completely set right, and then throughout the day if my eyelids get oily, that'll transfer. So I always go over it with a brush, and I have time to do that with these, but once they dry, they pretty much stay in place. Like I don't have a problem with these running or smudging or creasing throughout the day. Like I'm going on this with a wipe and it came off pretty easily, but that was because it hadn't set yet. But if you let these dry on the hand, you will find it's really, really hard to get off. But yeah, I really, really like these eye pencils a lot. Okay, so the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer I picked up from the VIB Rouge sale, and I really like this. I think next time I'll get a darker shade because I got the shade Taupe and I think I need to get medium brown. But I really like it. I like this for my more natural brow days. I try and achieve a pretty natural brow anyway, but like on days that I'm going to the gym or days that I really don't have a full face of makeup on and I have kind of that no makeup look, I'll go for this because that's what this is able to give me, is that really just natural soft brow. It's got the little spoolie brush on the end, which is nice, and then the actual pencil is not as fine as like their other brow pencils, so you don't get such a sharp line, and it's kind of like a waxy consistency, so it does help let the hair kind of lay down in place a little bit. Sometimes I'll still go over this with a brow gel though if my brows are a little crazy, which they've been lately, but I really do like this. It's really easy. If you like to get a really defined brow or draw your brows in or get a really fine pointed like tail, this might not be for you because it's not really that fine and it's hard to get that. But if you have brows that you just like to fill in from like kind of a natural brow look, this is a really great product. Okay, the next product, I had mixed feelings about it when I first bought it. It's the Too Faced Mascara Melt Off. And I just added this to my cart randomly. I hadn't really heard much about it yet because I ordered it pretty much when it was like as soon as it came out. And when I first started using it, I wasn't crazy about it, to be completely honest. Then I saw a video that Too Faced uploaded on how to use this product. And I still had mixed feelings about it because I felt like the video didn't fully represent how I was using the product, but now I'm in love with it because they uploaded another video on how to use this and I feel like it was a little bit better of a demonstration. But basically what you do with this product is you apply this liberally on the eyelashes, which is what I do on my mascara like at the end of the day. And I wear a lot of mascara. I wear a primer and then I wear like 2 or 3 coats of mascara. So I have a lot of product on my lashes at the end of the day. So you basically apply this, and what I do, you can see that the brush is super fine. It's an oil and it basically sits on your lashes, condenses conditions your lashes, breaks down the mascara, and then it removes it. So what I do is I coat my lashes, I wiggle it in from the base to the tip on the bottom and on the top. So I really like saturate my lashes with this. Then you need to let it sit for like a good 2 minutes. I give my lashes a good 2 minutes. I brush my teeth. I start to like kind of lather up my facial soap and kind of get my face going. And then what I do is I take a wet like cotton swab or a damp cotton round and remove it that way, and it comes off so easily and your lashes feel conditioned. You don't feel like you're scrubbing or breaking your lashes, and they do feel like more conditioned after the whole process. So I really like this a lot. I would definitely recommend this. The first time I used it though, I didn't apply enough, I think, and I didn't let it sit long enough. So I felt like I was just getting a big like black mess all over my face. So the key is apply enough of it, a lot of it, let it sit for a few minutes, and then take a wet cotton swab and just kind of remove that, and it comes off really easily. Okay, so moving right along, let's move on to this this blush and bronzer palette. I picked this up in the VIB Rouge sale. It's the Benefit Cheekathon palette. I still haven't used this brush, as you can see, but it comes with four blushes and 1 bronzer. Rockateur, which I'm not really a fan of, it's too glittery for me, but Coralista I love, Dallas I love, Dandelion I love, and then I love the Hoola bronzer. I really like this palette. I go to it daily. I don't have to think about it. It's easy and it has everything I need. Okay, then I have 2 products by Hourglass. I have, and I might have already talked about this. I know I've talked about it in a video. I don't think I've talked about it in a favorites video, but I wanted to include it in case I hadn't before. It's the Ambient Strobing powders, and this is the shade Incandescent Light. So these are really nice because they're so, like, they're just the prettiest highlight because they look so natural. I mean, it literally looks like light hitting your face. It doesn't look real frosty or really metallic or like super shimmery. So if you like a really natural highlight, this you will love. You can't really apply too much of it, so I just like to apply it like right here. And I usually don't use this brush, but I washed all my brushes and they're downstairs, so this is what I use. And then I'll do a little on the tip of my nose, and then I like to do a little bit on the tops of my brows. But it's just so pretty because it's so natural, and it just gives your skin a really pretty but natural glow. I have to talk about a new bronzer that I've been using from Hourglass. It's the Bronze Light powder, and I had always seen these. I've walked by these 100 times. I was never drawn to them because of all the pink veining in here. I just didn't think that it would give a really bronzed payoff, but it does. Oh my gosh, this bronzer is no joke. It's not great for the days that I want to look like I have no makeup on because it does look a little more made up, but it's really pretty. It gives just a really pretty glow without looking, again, too shimmery. So I find that there's either matte bronzers or there's shimmer bronzers. I don't really go for shimmer bronzers just because I put bronzer kind of all over almost my face. I feel like I cover a lot of real estate on my face with the bronzer, and if it's too shimmery, then I just don't like that look. But this is very soft and subtle. The shimmer in this is so refined that it just, again, it just like picks up the light when the light reflects it, and it looks, it doesn't look shimmery, if that makes sense. But really pretty bronzer. Okay, so I'm going to move along a little quicker. Fragrances. I have a few fragrances to share with you guys. First, I want to share this fragrance with you because I feel like you are going to love me if you pick this up and you try this fragrance if you have not before. It is by far the best fragrance I have ever worn, and I've been wearing it for years, like 7 or 8 years. So this isn't really this isn't really like a new favorite. This is something that I love and I don't think I've talked about. And so when I was grabbing these other fragrances, I was like, how can I not share this with you guys? Because this really, I have yet to meet a person that tries this and does not love it. I get more compliments on the way that I smell when I wear this than anything else that I own. It's pretty darn amazing. It is it's an oil, and I get it from Whole Foods. You can also order on Amazon, but it's by the brand Nemat or Nemat. I'm not sure how you say it, but it's N-E-M-A-T. I'm gonna link it down below, and it's in the shade Amber. So it's not white amber, it's not amber musk, it's not sandalwood amber or any other variation of amber. It's just amber. You guys, this stuff is heavenly, amazing, heavenly, amazing. It's just incredible. It's the best, most beautiful, just, oh my gosh, I love this. My husband loves this. I love this. It's amazing. Try it. If you have not tried this, go try it and come back and tell me what you think about it. I think you're gonna love it. But I basically just, it comes in 2 like containers. You can buy it like this, or you can buy it in the roller. This is like the 3rd roller that I've bought though that doesn't work. Like the little ball gets stuck and doesn't roll. So I don't recommend the roller. Don't buy the roller. Buy the good old fashioned little thing of it, and just put your finger over it and just put it on your wrists. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. so good. And depending on what size you get, it's under like $15. I think it ranges $8 to $16 depending on, again, what size you get. This size was like $12, I think. So go try it. I think you'll love it. The next is a sample that I got in, I think it was in Sephora Play, but it is the fragrance Juliette Has a Gun. Had never heard anything about this. Smells really nice. Very clean smelling, but I typically don't go for clean smelling fragrances, so I don't know what I love about this one, but I love it. It smells so beautiful. I will say that when you initially spray it, you kind of smell, at least I kind of smell a little bit of an alcohol-y smell, but that goes away, and then it just sits on the skin and it smells so nicely throughout the day. They sell this at Sephora. I'm going to order it when I run out of this sample, but this is a pretty big size sample, so I think this is going to last me a while. Again, another goodie from the Sephora Play box. The last fragrance is by Tom Ford, and it's Black Orchid. You guys saw me talk about this in my VIB Rouge sale. I have been wanting this forever and I love it. Yeah, there's really not much more to say about it aside than I love it. So check those out. If you're gonna go with any one of these three, go with this oil. You will not be disappointed, I promise. If you learn nothing else from my channel, you will love that I shared that tip with you. I promise, promise, promise. Trust me. Oh, moving right along to skin. I have two products for the skin. I have the NARS Hot Sand Illuminator. Again, this was a VIB Rouge purchase, and I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it because it's a liquid illuminator, but it was kind of an impulse buy. No, this wasn't Sephora. It was Nordstrom. It doesn't matter. But this was an impulse buy. Like, I was like, oh, this is really pretty. Let me buy it, but I don't think I'll ever use it. I've been forcing myself to use it, and I really, really love it. I've mixed it with foundation. I've mixed it with moisturizer. I've put it on top of foundation in just certain places. It's subtle enough to where you can put this all over your face before foundation, and it's gonna not make you look crazy. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna look too shimmery or oily or anything like that. I like it because it's so subtle, and it does give the appearance of just beautiful, healthy skin. I feel like I say that about everything, but it looks like natural and not like makeup. You know what I mean? Like some illuminators give you that beautiful, healthy glow, but it's obvious that it's makeup because it's so obvious, right? This is not like that. This is so natural and so subtle that it just does trick people into thinking that your skin is gorgeous and flawless. So that I love. Okay, this I love, love, love. This was an awesome find. Again, I think this was in my Sephora Play box. It's the Murad Invisiblur Perfecting Shield. So this is a primer. It says it treats, blurs, and protects all in one. I got a pretty good sample of this. I've used this for about 2 weeks and I still have like half of it left. I went to buy this at Nordstrom last week, but it was like $65, so I thought I'd wait until I'm totally out of it. But it's definitely something I'm gonna buy when I'm out of it because it's amazing. This primer does blur out like pores or imperfections in the skin, and it makes your foundation last all day, and it keeps it matte throughout the day. I recommended this to my friend Kate, who has oily skin, and I don't think she's tried it yet, but I'm gonna make sure she does because I think if you have oily skin, you will love this. I don't really have oily skin. I mean, it gets more oily in the summertime, but I still love it. It's definitely one of my favorite primers that I've tried. But yeah, that's that. Last three things, I'm going to go through these quickly. I have two brushes to share. One is the Sculpting brush by Real Techniques. I've just been using this for a while now for foundation and concealer. I do my makeup in a rush every morning, and so this guy works to help me blend out my foundation, and then also it has kind of more of this like little contoured or pointed tip to it, so I'll use that for under my concealer. It works for both. So this guy is less than $10. I think it's Real Techniques, so Amazon or Walgreens, CVS, any of those places has it. And then the MAC 221 brush is something that I recently picked up, and I love it. It is just the perfect size for a crease brush if you have smaller eyes like I do, because it's going to be a lot more it's a lot more condensed and smaller than like the 224 by MAC or the 217, which are like the two most popular blending brushes that MAC has. This is newer. I don't know how new it is, but this has not been around forever, because I know that because I would have picked up like 10 of these by now, but I really love it. It's good for small eyes, or it's also really good if you just want a really defined contour, like a really cut crease or something. This is going to be great because it's going to be small enough and dense enough to apply that product precisely right where you want it, but it's also soft enough on the tips to where you can kind of blur it out and blend out any harsh edges. So the 221 brush by MAC is a new favorite. I'm going to order a few more of these just so I have about 5 on hand. Last but not least, this is not a new product. This is the Beauty Blender Solid cleaner. But aside from using it for my beauty blender, I love this for washing brushes. I washed all my brushes today, and when I was doing it, I thought I need to talk about this because I used to always use shampoo to wash my brushes. That was something I learned at MAC, and I just been carrying on that practice forever. And maybe within the last year, I started using this instead. And what I love about this over shampoo, you can use shampoo if you want to, baby shampoo, anything cheap, but the biggest reason I like this more is because this rinses out of your brushes so easily and so quickly. So when you have a lot of brushes to wash, like I do, you will love the fact that it cuts that time, if not like more than in half, because I used to wash with shampoo and I was like, it was like I would squeeze out my brush and I would still have soapy suds, and so I'd have to go back under the water. No, this removes the makeup really quickly, and then you rinse it out and it just comes out of the brush pretty instantly, so you don't have to like sit there with your brush forever under the water. But it does a really great job of removing the product too, so it's good on both ends of that, you know. But yeah, that is that, guys. Okay, so that is my favorites. This video was a lot longer than I expected it to be, but I did have a lot of favorites to share with you guys. So thank you guys for watching. Again, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so. You can just click right up here and it will subscribe you to my channel so you don't miss any future reviews, favorites, tutorials, all that good stuff. As always, thank you guys for watching so much, and have a wonderful night, day, morning, week, whatever, whenever you're watching this video. Thank you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!